Hello to our lovely listeners. Welcome back to Daily English, the podcast. I am your host, Elizabeth.
And I am James. It is truly wonderful to be here with you, especially with you, Elizabeth.
James, you always know how to start the show with a smile. Today, we have a very special topic. We are talking about birthdays.
Birthdays. It is a day celebrating life and love, and the moment someone special entered the world. I love birthdays.
Do you really? Some people find them stressful, getting older, but I think you find them romantic, don't you?
I do. I think a birthday is the perfect excuse to show someone how much you adore them. To adore, that means to love and respect someone deeply.
To adore. That is a beautiful verb. Stronger than like, deeper than love, almost like worship. So, James, tell me, how do you view birthdays?
I view them as a chance to say, I am glad you exist. Imagine if you were never born, Elizabeth. The world would be a much darker place.
James, stop. You are making me blush already. But that is a great phrase for our listeners. I am glad you exist. It is the ultimate compliment.
It is true, though. So let's teach some English while we're being sentimental. Sentimental means emotional and full of tender feelings.
Yes, sentimental. Birthdays are very sentimental occasions. So let's start with the date. My birthday is on June 12th.
June 12th, a summer baby. That explains why you have such a warm personality, like the sunshine. My birthday is in October.
October, autumn, crisp air, falling leaves, cozy sweaters. It is a very romantic season, James.
It is. It is the perfect weather for cuddling. To cuddle means to hold each other close for warmth and affection.
Cuddling. That is a lovely word. So, on your birthday, do you like big parties or something more intimate?
Intimate. That is a key word. Intimate means private, personal, and close. I definitely prefer an intimate celebration.
Curious, what does an intimate birthday look like for you?
Just me and the person I love. Maybe a candlelit dinner, calm music, and deep conversation. No crowds, just us.
A candlelit dinner. That sounds perfect. Candlelit means lit by candles only. It creates such a romantic atmosphere.
Exactly. The atmosphere or the mood is everything, Elizabeth. If it was your birthday, I would take you to the finest restaurant, or maybe cook for you at home.
Surprised. You would cook for me? That is incredibly romantic. Acts of service are a powerful love language.
I would make whatever your heart desires. What is your favorite meal?
Pasta. Something Italian and rich, followed by chocolate cake.
Then pasta it is, followed by the most decadent chocolate cake. Decadent means luxuriously self-indulgent, rich, and delicious.
Decadent. I love that word. Now, let's talk about gifts, James. Are you good at giving gifts?
I try to be. I don't believe in buying just anything. The gift must have meaning. It must come from the heart.
Yes, from the heart. That is an idiom. It means it is sincere and genuine, not just something expensive.
For example, I wouldn't just buy you a watch. I would buy you a watch and say, I want to spend all my time with you.
James, that is so smooth.
Listeners, did you hear that? That is how you make a gift romantic. You attach a meaning to it.
It is the truth. What is the most romantic gift you have ever received?
Once, someone wrote me a poem, a handwritten poem. It wasn't expensive, it cost nothing, but it meant everything to me.
A handwritten letter or poem is a treasure. To treasure something means to keep it safe and value it highly. I would write you a poem, Elizabeth.
Would you? I didn't know you were a poet.
You inspire me. Inspiration makes anyone a poet. But let's get back to the vocabulary. What about a surprise?
Surprises. We talked about surprise parties, but what about a surprise getaway?
A getaway. That is a short vacation, usually for a weekend. Whisking someone away for a romantic weekend.
To whisk someone away. That sounds so exciting, like in a movie. It means to take someone somewhere quickly and excitingly.
Imagine, I blindfold you, drive for 2 hours, and when you open your eyes, we're at a cabin in the mountains with a fireplace.
A fireplace. Hot cocoa, snow falling outside. James, stop. I am daydreaming now. To daydream means to have pleasant thoughts while awake.
It is good to dream, Elizabeth. Dreams keep our hearts alive. Speaking of dreams, we have the birthday tradition. Make a wish.
Make a wish. When you blow out the candles, the room goes dark, the smoke rises, and you close your eyes.
When you close your eyes, Elizabeth, what do you see? What do you wish for?
Usually, I wish for happiness, but lately, I find myself wishing for connection, someone to share my life with.
That is a beautiful wish. Connection. I think maybe your wish is closer than you think.
Maybe. What about you? If you had one wish right now, what would it be?
I would wish for time to stop, right here, right now. Just talking to you, enjoying this moment.
That is the sweetest thing anyone has said to me. To freeze time? That is a very romantic concept.
Moments like this are rare. We have to cherish them. To cherish means to protect and care for something lovingly.
I cherish our conversations too, James. Really. Now, what about the phrase, age is just a number?
It is true. Age is just a number. It doesn't matter if you are 20 or 50. Love doesn't care about age. The heart doesn't have wrinkles.
The heart doesn't have wrinkles. I love that. You are full of wisdom today. Wisdom means experience and good judgment.
I am only wise because I listen to you, Elizabeth. But seriously, growing older together is the ultimate goal, isn't it?
Yes, to grow old together, sitting on a porch, holding hands, watching the sunset. That is the dream.
Gray hair, laugh lines on our faces, telling stories to our grandchildren. That is not scary. That is beautiful.
Laugh lines. Those are the wrinkles you get from smiling too much. I hope I have lots of laugh lines.
You will, because I plan to make you laugh every single day, if you let me.
You are doing a very good job so far, James. Let's talk about birthday cards again, specifically romantic ones.
Right. In a romantic card, you don't just say, "Happy birthday." You use terms of endearment.
Terms of endearment. These are names like darling, honey, sweetheart, love of my life.
So you write, "Happy birthday to my darling," or "to the one who holds my heart."
To the one who holds my heart. That is very poetic. It implies they own your emotions. They are safe with them.
Exactly. Or you can say, "Here is to another year of us," implying that the best gift is the relationship.
Here is to us. That is a toast. A toast is when you raise your glass to drink, to celebrate something.
Let's make a toast right now, Elizabeth, even without glasses.
Okay, what are we toasting to?
To you, to your kindness, your beautiful voice, and your wonderful heart. May your next birthday be the best one yet.
Thank you, James. And to you, for being such a gentle soul and a wonderful friend, and maybe more.
Maybe more. I like the sound of that. So, listeners, birthdays can be a turning point, a moment to change your relationship status.
Relationship status. Single, married, or it's complicated. I prefer happily in love.
Happily in love, that is the best status. If you love someone, use their birthday to tell them. Don't wait.
Yes. Take the risk. Write the letter. Buy the flowers. Book the intimate dinner. Life is too short for regrets.
Buy the flowers. Roses are traditional, but maybe buy their favorite flower. It shows you listen. It shows you pay attention.
Do you know my favorite flower, James?
Sunflowers. Because you are always looking towards the light, and you brighten up the room.
You remembered? I mentioned that months ago.
I remember everything you say, Elizabeth. Everything.
Okay, I need a moment to recover. That was very sweet. Listeners, this is what we mean by fully friendly and romantic. Showing you care.
English is the language of Shakespeare, the language of romance. Use it to express your feelings. Don't be a robot.
Yes, intonation is important. Don't say, I love you flatly. Say it with feeling. I love you.
I love you. Feel the pause. Feel the weight of the words.
And look them in the eyes. Eye contact is very powerful. It creates a connection without words.
I am looking at you right now, Elizabeth.
I know you are, James. Your eyes are very intense today. Intense means strong and focused.
Just focused on what matters. So, to recap for our listeners, because we are technically teaching English,
Right. Technically, we talked about intimate, meaning private and close.
we talked about sentimental, meaning emotional, and to cherish, to protect and love.
We learned decadent for rich food and a getaway for a romantic trip.
And terms of endearment, like darling and sweetheart.
And most importantly, we talked about making someone feel special, truly special on their day.
Yes, people will forget what you bought them, but they will never forget how you made them feel. Remember that.
That is the quote of the day, James. They will never forget how you made them feel. You made me feel very special today.
That was my only goal. Elizabeth?
Well, I think we should wrap up before I start crying happy tears. To wrap up means to finish.
I hate to say goodbye, especially today. Can we just stay here a little longer?
The podcast has to end, James, but we can talk after?
Dinner? My treat?
I would be delighted. Delighted means very pleased. Yes, I would love dinner.
Well, listeners, it looks like I have a date. But for you, thank you for listening to Daily English, the podcast.
We hope you find romance and happiness in your daily life. Don't be afraid to love.
Goodbye, everyone, and happy birthday to my favorite person.
Goodbye, James. Goodbye, listeners. See you next time.